Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today I'm going to talk to you about Married at First Sight, Chicago, season 18, episode 16. It's called The Experts Have Questions. Now, if you ask me, the experts didn't have enough questions, or unless it was edited out, because there was a question or two, maybe three, that the experts did ask. And I was like, why did you bother asking that question when it's been dramatic the whole entire season? But that's just me. I digress. Now, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, whether you're watching live or if you're in the replay, in the bushes, wherever, please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that too. And it's free. Doesn't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Okay. And also leave me your comments, whether you're live or on the replay, so I know what you thought about this episode. Are you ready to have Married at First Sight? It could have been decision day already. I mean, just let me know your thoughts. I would love to know what you think. And who do you also think the villain of the season is? Who do y'all think the villain of the season is? So hello, Courtney and Eddie in the chat. Hello, Miss Tamika. Hey, girl, hey. And Miss Cynthia, hello. Miss Adanika, it's your first live over here? Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate that. And everybody in the bushes. Now, I'm going to drop the link in a few minutes. I decided to do something a little bit different this time. I'm going to make an announcement first over here. Let me bring it up so y'all can see, because I won't be live tomorrow. So since I'm live today, so you know. Now, if you are new here, I'm gonna let you all in on something. I am a cancer patient. And when you have been diagnosed, cancer is for a lifetime, regardless if you're in remission or if you're actively fighting. Well, the particular disease that I'm fighting, it is called cholangiocarcinoma. Tomorrow, February 20th is World Cholangiocarcinoma Day. Feel free to look it up online, cholangiocarcinoma.org. So you can make a donation if you'd like to. You can send a super chat if you want, no pressure. I just want to show you the information. And I was also a spokesperson last year for the foundation. And let me show you what that is. So here we go. February 20th is World Cholangiocarcinoma Day. The color is green. People don't realize it's green, like St. Patrick's Day. So if you remember, in my honor and others, wear green tomorrow. Or put some green hearts in the chat. That would be awesome. And this was me as the spokesperson last year. That was me when I had my little clippings in. That's what it said. Hope is here. Be a part of it. You see it says Campaign for the Cure. And they're also on Instagram as well. So there it is. That's what I want to get out there. So everyone knows. And I'm wearing my green today. So there you go. So I just want to let y'all know. All right. So thank you for the green hearts. Green hearts, you are a survivor. I'm surviving. Yes, indeed. Okay, so let's get to the show. So Married at First Sight, they are still at, hey, Devontae, they're still at the retreat house. And, you know, the retreat house never really got off on a good foot because Ike, or Sketchy like we like to call him, came in and thought he was going to upset the house by bringing that one-page letter of a divorce decree, right? So that didn't work out. But then, you know, Michelle got the ball rolling, talking about, hey, I think that, you know, something's going on with David and Madison. I can't prove it, but, you know, something went on. So the house was shook up over that, right? And Madison and David did turn out to be on the creep. They really did. So who were they fooling after all, right? So first we have Alan. He goes home after he learns the news. Then a short time later, Em and Michelle go home. I mean, the vibe was way off. what do we expect, right? But before Michelle went home, Michelle asked Madison if she wanted to have a conversation. But why didn't Madison say, sure, as long as there's not guns blazing? First of all, you can't tell me how to direct the conversation or tell me how mad I'm supposed to be. I mean, if she came in guns blazing, that's just what happened, right? Guns blazing. They tried to have a small conversation, but who butted in the entire time? David. David showed that he is on the messy side and can let women handle women's business. Okay? So to take something from the Courtney and Eddie YouTube, because they review this too, as most of y'all know, David is a little bit territorial. And only time you would probably be territorial as a man is if maybe you had some intimate sexual relations with your woman. Now, everybody know that Madison's your woman, but at the same time, David is doing all this with his ring on still. This scene, the retreat scene, when he's meeting with his friend, when he's talking to the experts, he's talking about how smitten he is, but he got his ring on. So to me, David is given the stereotypical cheating man that is married, but yet either puts his ring in his pocket or leaves the ring in the car. But David's like, I don't even think he realizes that that ring is actually on his finger. And he's defending Madison, right? And it's just the fact that it's just the whole audacity of it for me, because Michelle had asked Madison, and we all know that the men hang out, the women hang out, and she denied. I'm sure she was probably scared to say something, but just the way that it all happened. And then since it came out, they're not necessarily hugged up, but it looks like they want to be. They're very, very Shay Cash. Okay, Shay Casual. Now, I'm going to drop the link in a second. So speaking of, how the couples or individuals go into confessional, there was a lot of confessional Dear Diary from Madison, right? To me, that's what it was, like a Dear Diary. I wish I had the little music going on, right? Every time you turn around, there was a confessional from Madison talking about she knows the energy is not off. She knows she hurt Allen. She wants to talk to him. She didn't want things to go this way. She should have been the one to tell him. Just all kind of things. So I was like, girl, miss me with the Dear Diary. I didn't know what was going on, but I had a feeling that Madison was not into Allen from the early days. So Madison never, ever, ever fooled me. I don't know about you guys, but she never fooled me. And let me say this too. I know that Michelle treated David a particular way in the very beginning. I know that. And I'm not Team Michelle at all. I'm not Team David. I'm Team Allen. But again, it just depends on how you feel and what you believe in, to me, because I think that, yes, Michelle was being catty and bitchy and talking down to David in the beginning. But then David, he's talking about, oh, my needs haven't been met, all that stuff, because I'm a man. Okay, hello, women have needs too, right? So does that mean it's okay for you to be on the creep with another castmate? Regardless, you're at the gym, you're connecting, you're vibing, you got sexual chemistry. What does that say about character? To me, it's a character flaw on David and Madison. That's just me. You may have a different opinion. That's all I'm saying. And also, to me, that doesn't supersede what Michelle said. We already knew who Michelle was, right? We didn't know who David was till we learned they was on the creep and those excuses weren't adding up as to the who, what, when, where, and why. So I'm going to read some comments and I'm going to drop the link. And thank y'all for the green heart. Y'all say a little something for me because I have an appointment tomorrow to see how my scans look. So I'm trying to hopefully get off this treatment. So anyways, what'd you say, Courtney? That was dumb. Ponytail need to sit down somewhere. They smashed. Tamiki said, I don't believe they did the do. You don't think so? Well, to me, they may not have actually had true sexual intercourse. I'm saying it for YouTube. But, there's maybe they Monica Lewinsky'd Okay, and some people don't think Monica Lewinsky is in, of course. All right. Adanika, you say David should have never been chosen for the show. I don't know why X was chosen. Okay. Favorite T, you say, I don't think they slept together. I do think they crossed boundaries. That's what I'm saying, the Monica Lewinsky type thing. Hey, Kayla, too comfortable. Favorite T, hello, you also say it wasn't just about his needs. He was Michelle despising him, and man can only take so much. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. You know, I appreciate it so much. And Adanika, you say, where's your integrity? Gone, right? Tim Allen, right? You don't think they did that either. You don't think so, Tamika? Listen, for him to be talking to me a bunch of smack before we knew that they were truly a couple, he did something. Monica Lewinsky maybe did a little touchy-feely with his finger or something. There's other ways to do something to make it more than a hug or a kiss or whatever, or for some tacos. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. Cynthia says, I feel they slept together. All right, I dropped the link. So if you want to come on live, you can. If you have never been on a live before, follow the link in the comment section. Follow for StreamYard. You have the option of showing your face or not. If I don't know who you are personally, I'll see you backstage. And if you're uncomfortable showing your face when you come on stage, you could turn off your camera. But I just have to make sure you're not what YouTube considers a troll. So, all right. Courtney, you say, that man not ready to marry that girl. I don't know what's going on. All right, y'all. I see Tamika backstage. You ready? Okay. I'm going to bring you up, ma'am.
Hey.
Hello. How are you?
It's a little chilly out here. It's about 15 degrees. So
you're going to be saying it's chilly for some time. I saw that on the news, the storm coming through. So you keep warm, because we're looking at 80 degrees this week, but you
supposed to be 40. Supposed to be 40 by the weekend. So that's a heat wave. Bring out the grill.
Okay. You ready backstage, sir? Okay, here we go.
How y'all doing?
Adanika said,
hey.
Sorry for Allen. Yes, please make sure you hit that like button. All right.
Where the Team David name at?
Oh, I'm still team. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Pastor Tay. That's what I was gonna put on here, since they letting anybody do it apparently.
Right.
right. But did y'all right? Courtney says chilly. That ain't chilly. That's freezing, isn't it though?
Little bit.
Anyway, all right. So, what do we think about Madison's confessions? This is like the Usher song. These are her confessions. Like the whole episode was about her confessions.
They need to start doing close-ups to her, because I don't know who did her lashes, but they didn't go all the way over, and that was bothering me. But that's another story.
I noticed that, but I was like, maybe she cried them off. So
that was bothering. I was like, I don't wear lashes, but I don't think they supposed to be half, like miss a 14, 25% of her eyelash. But
you're right. Okay. They was off for real.
It was off.
Real quick before we move on. So Camille and Thomas, you know what? They were the fillers of the show this time around. Yeah. But Thomas was talking about how he had defended David. He's like, I can't defend his actions, knowing what I know now from Michelle. Now, are we still, are people still saying Michelle is in the wrong and whatever David did, that's on her? Are people still saying that? Why do you say that, sir?
Michelle definitely. No. I'm not defending what David did. But I mean, it was wrong because they was married. But right. I mean, it ain't going. Let's be real. It ain't gonna be no better if they would have waited. What's the difference? It's just respectable or whatever. That's about it. But it's still gonna be as shady, people. Because if they would have got together a couple months after.
Devontae, we lost you. I'll drop the link again. There you go. Follow the link again if you could hear my voice. So what do you think, Tamika? How do you feel about it?
I think that no, he should not have stepped out. But I think they had more of an emotional connection than a
Uh-huh.
physical connection. And an emotional connection, everybody know that's much worse than a physical connection, because emotional is like your head and your heart. So but it's like, I know what Devontae was saying. Was it gonna be now or in 2 months? It was still gonna be messed up either way, you know?
No, people
And
gonna speculate.
yeah, yeah. And so um like, he just met these people. He don't owe them anything. No, none of them owe it
I
nobody. They're like,
mean,
oh, these my
right,
best friend. You No, not really. But
right. Everybody, Thomas, like I get it, I get it, I really do. Like I get that he was married. That was
yeah, that
wrong
was a
because
bad thing that he was
they
married.
married, but
Mm-hmm.
they ain't married. Married. They ain't married. Married. I mean, they married, but like she be
What is not
gone all the
married?
time. I mean, they
You
just
mean
this just paperwork at this point. Ain't no connection. Swear.
All they needed was the one page to get
They
a
ain't even
divorce.
consummate the marriage. This ain't
It's
nothing.
an annulment.
They ain't even consummate the marriage. What is this? What is this? This TV marriage at this point. They all
at
getting a
this
check.
yes, but the question is, I see you backstage. The question is, does Michelle being bitchy and putting him down and all that stuff outweigh what went on with David and Madison?
I mean, it may not be 50-50, but it's definitely 49-51.
Right. And she can't be mad now because she didn't even want him. So
She
what, you
didn't
mad?
want right.
You
You
mad
just
because he stepped out to someone else, and it just so unfortunately happened to be somebody in the same experiment you were in? If she reminds me of, to an extent, Alyssa. Remember when Alyssa was like, well, I still want to be a part. You can live in the house this amount of time, and then I'll live in it this amount of time. I still want to be a part of the experiment, but I know I don't want you. She was the same way. I don't want you. I just want to be a part of this experiment. That was
right.
it. That, to
She
me,
got
that's how it looked to me.
she gained couple more girlfriends that want to listen to Michelle talk. That ain't
Right.
gonna hold her accountable. But I
More or less.
mean, I just feel like she treated him like crap. And I'm not
All
saying
right,
he
let me
was
see what.
perfect,
Uh-huh. I don't
but
know. I don't
it's
know if
all
I
right.
ride with that analogy, but we all have something different. You ready backstage, Kayla? Uh-oh, Kayla, are you ready? I'm gonna bring her up on okay, here she go. Here she go. What was you doing? Watching on your TV?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes,
Wait
yes.
a
What
minute.
do you have to say about everything we've said so far?
Um, Madison was getting on my nerves,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel that David was I didn't like his cocky attitude. I know that was a nervous laugh that he had the whole time, but I felt that he needed to kind of rein that in because he was wrong. I mean, we talking 8 weeks. You couldn't get your feelings in check for 8 weeks. They not teenagers. That's personally how I felt. I just felt it was just ridiculous. And Michelle, she just wanted to be right. That was her whole thing. She
Boom.
didn't want him at all, but
Mhm.
she just wanted to be right, to say, see, I wasn't crazy. I knew something was going on. Okay, you knew something was going on. But she never, ever acknowledged what led to that problem. She never acknowledged it. Even, and Pastor Cal mentioned it, even though everyone was still married, but
Mm-hmm.
she never acknowledged it. Madison acknowledged that she was treating Al in a certain kind of way. But Michelle, she never acknowledged it.
That's true. That's true. I
Mhm.
mean, like I said, I think it just depends how each of us individually watching the show perceive the situation. Like I said, I saw Michelle being bitchy and nasty and talking down to David and be like, ew, ew, ew. To me, it's a big comma with a but. David did all this stuff. Yeah, but he also claimed he was still attracted to her. So he was dangling the carrot in front of her face too for a while, till she started to wise up, be like, you know what? I'm not trying no more. He's doing something else. So it's a lot of little factors in there with this relationship.
But she need to learn how
I
to open up a little faster. Like, first of all, you ain't open up at all while you talking about you trying. That was the worst try I've ever seen him try. You ain't
Yeah,
trying. Yo,
not at
trying
all.
is. I said hi to him today when he walked past. I am trying. Like, no, you're
No, that
not
ain't it.
right.
trying.
No.
Like, you
Well, I
keep
will say that, excuse me, I will say that what Camille said was like it only took one text to set things spiraling. I'm like, one text, one call,
One check.
one into anything can set that ball rolling if you're right or wrong. Because if you think
Mm-hmm.
about it too long, there's nothing happening. You're gonna find something, right? So that's how that goes. Well, here's the thing. So the next morning when Juan talks to David, we could see he was stressed. His hair was dry all over his head.
He looked a hot mess express.
Just sitting
Mm-mm.
there. He said he wasn't hungry. He's like, if I'm not hungry, something's wrong. Juan offered him coffee. He don't drink coffee. But again, like I said, I noticed the whole time he was wearing his ring. And then
Mm-hmm.
Juan is telling him what you did was wrong. I mean, the whole cast did as the show went on. But Alan's a good dude. He's like, mate, you want to have him on your team. You know what I'm saying? You need to apologize to him, give him some time. And, he also said, Juan, that, being around y'all, we feel like the couple's connection is broken. He's like, oh, well, y'all can't be around me, then maybe I should. I'm like,
ain't like y'all connection ain't gonna be over after a couple weeks anyway.
Right.
Okay, y'all ain't my
Right.
real friend. This is
Okay. I don't
TV.
even know y'all
We
like
gonna
that
probably
for
meet
real.
up every couple months to do a check in. Really, we all just trying to be nosy and see who
Mm-hmm.
together. Like we ain't
mm,
friends. Let's be
Right.
real. Nobody coming to nobody,
I'm
family
not coming to my
reunion.
cookout.
And Juan was just
right.
getting on my nerves the whole time. Well, just give him a week and give him a week. Man,
Right.
you took my girl. You ain't getting no week. What you talking
No,
about? No.
one look
Right.
like he needs some
And
cigars to sell.
and what he gonna keep apologizing for? He apologized. There ain't really nothing more to say. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he said he was sorry. What
Mm-hmm.
else do you want me to say? He not gonna be no more happier with me in a month, especially if I'm starting to
That's,
date her. So it's
Right.
kind of like
that's
I just gotta cut my losses. I mean, I did apologize that day. I mean, I ain't really had no choice because it was out. But
right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not about to keep blowing no man up. I'm saying I'm sorry. What at this point, I'm just looking for a fight. Because what's the point?
Right.
Right. So then David, after that conversation, he goes and knocks on Madison's door. She's like, "Oh, did you see all that stuff on the floor?" I'm like, "Oh, so I thought she was packing to go, right?" No,
Hey, I was
she
looking at
said
how
she had just
big that
woke up.
room was. I said,
That room was
Jesus
huge.
No,
Christ.
well, it was a huge house, but she said she wasn't packing, that she just got up. She had a good night's sleep. I said, "Oh, so she
Like,
wasn't stressed."
shoot. What think about y'all? I'm about to sleep in this nice, comfortable bed. Because I'm going to be
Right.
sleeping on the sofa couch in a minute next to the washer.
Like
She
Alan
slept like a baby.
Alan didn't keep her up trying to tell his joke for 20 minutes. She got
Right.
to just lay straight down. But David, though, you just hopped right on in that bed. Looked a little comfortable. He disrespectful
Mm-hmm.
now. Now you gonna get in the bed where Alan was just slaying. Like, dang, dang.
I
I was
mean,
like,
he didn't seem like he cared at all the entire
Mm-mm.
episode to me, you know? Um, I just thought it was interesting how, he got into bed and he was talking to her like, things are going to be rough for us. But the conversation was as if they've had those conversations before to me, but just like putting it on the table right now. And I will say that, um, he did have to smile. He was smitten. He really was
Mm-hmm.
smitten. And I was like, uh-oh, Kayla, your connection. There you
There
go.
we go.
You're back. And I'm just like, y'all couldn't have waited till you left the retreat house for this? That's what I wanted to know. Like, what was the whole point of that conversation? Like, we're going to be together after we leave here. It's me and you, pinky promise, me and you kind of thing. I was like, you know what? Get out of here with all that, David. But then I think it hurt his heart a little bit. She said she didn't want to rush anything. You find what your dog
Right.
Yeah, my dog love to be touched. Like, she'll keep grabbing you if you don't stop. Like,
Oh, okay.
she clingy. That's
But
why
Madison
I'm just
said that oh, you look like y'all was fighting for real. But Madison said she didn't want to rush into anything. She said that then at the retreat house, and she said it again with the experts. So to me, I'm like, was she having second thoughts at that moment? I don't know. Do you think so? Anybody think so? Was she having second thoughts?
About who? Michelle?
Allen.
No.
Madison.
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
She just knows she did him dirty. Cause he
Yeah.
was good. Like Michelle, we feel like it's messed up, but we don't feel it's bad because who cares? Ain't
Right.
like you really wanted him. Allen really wanted her.
Mm-hmm.
Allen invested into this relationship. He was
$3,000.
$3,000. He was waiting. He changed his wardrobe.
Plus, don't forget the braces
The
thing.
Invisalign. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No,
Well,
I think she
Invisalign gonna help
genuinely.
him for forever. So he should be
Yeah.
grateful that that's the one thing he could take out of this and be like, you know what? I got my teeth. I did my teeth.
Yeah, I think she did feel bad how she treated him because she did string him along, but I don't think that David felt bad how he treated Michelle because of how she strung him along.
Not at all. Not at all. Now, after that talk, I thought the talk was awkward personally. But after that, then Madison comes down to the kitchen and ends up talking with Karla and Camille. Now, Karla said she also slept through the night. And so I guess she heard the details from Juan because she's like, I want to know what happened.
That's why. She had a good edible. And she was still on that high, honey. Because I was like, what did you eat? Because I need one of them. I need one of them because she was looking good and eyes half shut.
Who, Karla?
Okay. No, Karla. Karla had a good edible.
Yeah,
looking good and
I
feeling
told y'all Karla the realest on the show.
Yeah,
she like
Karla
the
was the
sneaky.
girl. Cause she
Like she in the clouds, but she can see. She know what's going on. She knew it.
Right.
You know what? I told y'all you gotta watch out for her. That's why I'm like, Wine, like you really low key got you a real one. She a little out there, but
Mm-hmm.
you can work with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like they hiding. I feel like ain't nobody talking because all these couples so toe up that ain't nobody paying attention. That Juan and Karla just wasting TV time. What are they doing? They
Playing the
ain't got no
guitar.
connection while they talking about everybody else. Ain't nobody focusing that y'all just the bestest of fake friends.
Right.
Wasting our time. Y'all ain't got no connection. Y'all ain't even trying. What is y'all doing?
Right. Karla is always spaced out, but in a good way, in her own little world though. She not bothering nobody.
Right.
She not bothering
She
nobody.
got her time bowls.
Right.
Like, but she's comfortable being weird because she'll tell you, yeah, I'm a little weird.
Stones.
Mm-hmm.
Remember she said, "Oh, I need to get a stone or something." I really appreciate Karla being a real one because she let Madison have it. She told her straight up how she felt about it. Was like, "Oh, I can't be friends with her."
Right. She said, I can't be bothered with grimy.
I ain't heard that in so long.
I mean, she is right because
she is.
Like David, I don't think Allen was really talking to David about his problems. He might have been talking to the other people, but like they were full-fledged having girl time, listening to Michelle complain. She was probably like, "It's gonna get better."
Yeah.
You can't be saying it's gonna get better. Why? You know, you chilling with her man
Right.
every other week, every other
No, every
night.
other night. When they did
Every
that
other night.
side by side screen, I was like, "Ooh,
They was
oh,
going
Yeah, we'll
out.
get to that. We'll get to that. Right. So Alan did show back up though, and I just thought he was like, "What you thought I was gonna leave my car here? No, I expect you to come back
no,
get your
not that
car."
Come
sports
back,
car. It's
come
Hoochie."
back, get your hoopty.
Right. But when he came, walked in the kitchen and put his seasons in that Ziploc bag, I was done. I was like,
Are you lost some
he's
my
like, I'm getting
spices?
all my stuff back, my salt, my pepper, my Creole seasoning, everything. I thought that was too funny to me. I was like, he's like,
Right.
nope, I'm getting all my stuff. Right. So anyways, the other cast members that were there, apologized to him, said, sorry this happened to you, and gave him support, things like that. But, he said this experience with Madison wasn't going to destroy him, even though, he loved Madison, had feelings for her, blah, blah, blah. But when he went outside and with Thomas and Juan was there, he talked about getting a revenge body. A revenge body for who? Madison don't care if you go to the gym.
Right. Just don't go when she there.
That's what I want to know. So, Favorite T says, Karla realized she was being used by Madison as her cover. Yeah, that's probably why she used the word grimy. So, and then, anyways, David also leaves the retreat house later, tells production he needs to do what he needs to do to be at peace. To me, I was like, if you just want to leave, just leave. You know what I'm saying? Because to be at peace, you didn't care what happened, right? You didn't care. So
I would,
maybe the
I
stress,
would have
maybe they
left before
couldn't eat.
Michelle. I don't know how you stayed. I'd have been gone. So, hey, I would have low key left as soon as Michelle started talking about. Oh, I got to go. They about to tell the whole
Yeah.
house, not me, not me. They be like, Devontae, Allen would have been yelling, really, Devontae? Yeah, my fault, bro. All right. Yeah,
Miss
I ain't
Meg, I
want it
did
to
some
happen like
episodes.
this, Allen. But hey,
Yeah.
hey, we ain't did nothing though. But I got to go. I ain't even. I don't owe Michelle nothing. So all right, y'all. I'll see y'all. I guess at the reunion, whatever.
Right.
Grind,
Well, maybe in the
grind.
elevator, or I guess you'll catch me in the gym.
Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl says, where was Michelle living? It seems like she was never at the apartment. I don't know.
And you know, we
There's
never
sure.
talked about.
I
She
don't
talked about how
know.
hard she grew up, and then went home. That house was pretty nice.
I
It
mean,
So
was.
that's
I'm
how
trying
she
to
felt.
figure out how poor was her family. I said, that's a nice house, Michelle. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe they didn't have enough food to eat or something. I don't know. Who knows what Michelle went through when she was young? She just said she
she
didn't
had to
have a good
pay
experience.
for school lunch 1 year and lost her mind. I feel where MC Hammer broke. Where MC Hammer.
Oh my God. All right. Let's move into now we see Michelle calling Pastor Cal, and she tells him that her suspicions were right about the text, right? And
Like he don't
so
know already.
He know.
right, but when I thought it was funny when she was like, yes, it was Madison. He was like, Madison? I'm like, who else is named Madison on the
Right.
show? Trying to act like you don't know Pastor Cal.
He know.
No, right.
He
So
probably had his
then it's like,
glasses off light.
no, but then it seemed like he was getting mad, like, that's not what you do. That's not. I said, stay in character, Pastor Cal. We don't know this
Right.
Pastor Cal. Wish this Pastor Cal was there when they were talking to Madison and David, though. But I mean, he just really made it seem like that he was really like, what's the word these kids use now? Crashing out behind, Madison.
Like, how dare they violate the contract? What? Like Pastor Cal was mad.
He was mad, right? So I was
Because they
like,
got it wrong again.
Shocker.
they already know
Shocker.
they're oil and water. I mean, who had the most expert visits this season? Madison and David and Allen. I mean, excuse me, Madison and Allen and David and Michelle. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They had.
Yep.
Oh, I can MM too, but we saw the writing on the wall early with them. But I mean, he just again, I got tickled the way he had the nerve to be like flabbergasted. I said, Cal, don't do that. Knock it off. So it's like we have to have a meeting with them. I was like,
Oh, look at your
I
little
guess.
dog.
Huh?
No, I was talking about Kayla's little dog.
Oh, what's the battle of the puppies tonight?
Right.
Anyways. All right. So after that, we see Alan talk to Michelle at her place. I'm like, your place is still minimalist because, she got upset with that, right? It looks small and very minimal. And so it's the fact that Alan had said that it had been like a week and a half since the retreat house. And he's still feeling upset. I'm like, you will for a while. It takes longer than a week and a half to get over something that hurts your feelings, right? For most people, right?
Especially on TV.
She actually cried too.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
I said, especially on
Michelle
TV.
Michelle said she was crying about the situation more than she thought she would. Do y'all think that is normal? I think it's normal that they would still have feelings. Devonta, you don't think so? No, he's out. What do you think, Kayla or Tamika?
I think that she probably had feelings more because she crying about it than you crying because it's like, dang, I guess I really did like him because I'm feeling a type of way that he went to this girl, So it's like, you got egg on your face, sis.
I don't think
egg
that
on the face.
I think she was crying more so because she got played. Because sometimes when you get played by the person that you think you're playing and you turn around,
yeah, that's true too.
Somebody else the whole time, and you call yourself, oh, I don't want him touching me, because don't forget, she said, oh, he probably like her. I'm sure she don't like him. And when she found out that it went both ways, she got played all day long. Her feelings was hurt, but more so her ego was hurt. She got played.
She mad she lost. That's what happened. She wanted to win, and she lost.
Right.
Because you was a fool. You thought because he lived in the basement that he couldn't pull women. Ma'am. They do it every day, and people ain't got houses. What are you talking
Right.
about? He
Exactly.
get women. Women wasn't the problem. He just couldn't find a good woman to marry or whatever, or maybe accept what he going through or whatever. But he got women. Like you was slow. Why? Come on now. Soon as you seen him, you think he ain't getting women?
She didn't have one positive thing to really say about him. I mean, she's stuck on what if, okay, let's just say he didn't live in the basement. Let's say he lived in a hood, in a projects. Would that have been a problem? I just felt that Michelle was just so shallow overall that regardless, she just was not feeling him. And to know that another woman likes him, knowing that he lives in the basement, because Michelle was probably dogging him out to Madison. And so she thinking, I told Madison all this stuff and she still like him. So now it makes Michelle, she's second guessing herself, like, well, what's wrong with me? Maybe I am the problem. She ain't want to admit that, but I'm sure that's what she's thinking.
And Michelle thinks she's supposed to put people through the ringer, and they just gonna deal with it to prove they love. Ain't nobody about to do all that. Why I gotta go through all these hoops and wait for you to? I'm turning the corner. I'm turning the corner. Well, how long your blinker gonna be on? Turn. Cause I want to go on the highway. We don't got time to be waiting with the light. Them Turn red 17 times. When you gonna turn the corner? How long
Right.
we gonna wait, Michelle? Okay. No, we not doing all this shit. Ain't nothing about you worth waiting for. You not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like what are we doing? You're not like loving and the life of the party. Like it's just like
Mhm.
Mm. Well, Alan said that he got a text from Madison right before he came in the house. And I did get a chance to screenshot it. So if you didn't see it, this is it right here. It says, "Where'd you go? I know words can't do anything right now, and I know I'm the last person you want to hear from, but I need you to know how truly sorry I am for hurting you. It was never my intention for that, and the last thing I wanted, and I hope you are open to hearing it from me." And Alan texts back, "Don't message me, please. Nothing you say holds any value in my eyes." I said, "Okay, Alan, get strong. Get
Right, straight to the
strong
point.
she
and
ain't
carry on."
strong
Okay.
enough because why you ain't block her?
Yeah, you should have blocked her
All right.
That's true
or
too.
left her
That's true.
on red.
Right. Oh goodness. People are laughing, like not believing how long the blinker gonna be on.
She said she turn. They said she turning and she turning and she turning. She been turning past the cow. She's about to turn the corner past the cow. Look, y'all old experts getting on my nerves. First driving mixed daisy is a romance. Is a romance. Now Michelle turned the corner. Y'all watching the same show? The same
Right.
people?
Right.
On
What about Michelle said she was turning the corner? Cause
no, she wasn't.
she took him to her family house to basically say, see how much of a bum he is? I told y'all, look what he wore to meet you guys. He didn't even like that's all she did. She
On Courtney and
Mm.
Eddie's show this morning, they said that it's like somebody driving with their blinker on for 3 miles. Like hurry up and turn. But it's like somebody driving with their blinker on. You think they're gonna turn and then they turn it off. They're like, no, they're gonna keep going. That was her. Yeah, I got my blinker on,
Yeah.
but no, I'm gonna keep going. I don't want to be with you.
Yep. All
Turning
right.
the corner.
So after they left, that scene, then the next day we see Madison go back to the apartment to get the rest of her things. And she's flabbergasted of the fact that Alan had burnt up the vows, broke the Mr. and Mrs. coffee mugs.
He didn't have to break
What did he do?
her.
He tore that
He didn't have to do all that. Petty. If Petty was a person, Petty
No,
long stocking.
he went full
don't
Tyler
act
Perry
like,
movie.
Okay.
listen.
He was
Don't
Petty
act
long
like
stocking.
don't act like no one has ever tore something up or put something in the trash somebody was looking for, like their best pair of shoes or something like that. At a certain point, you're like, don't act like you haven't done it, because I've done it. Okay, I've done it.
Took all the backs off her earrings. Every one of these, you gonna lose it. You gonna lose every pair. Every pair.
Right.
I was much younger when I did that silly stuff. But I mean, I've done something dumb.
I look at it like he was furious.
Yeah.
And so he had to get it out some kind of way. And let's be real. All of us, when we couldn't tell somebody off, hit a wall, a window, you had to do something. He's on national TV. So I look at it like this. Or he looking at it like all this stuff is fake. None of it is real. She never even appreciated any of it. When they were looking at it, all that was fake. Because now he's thinking this been going on since the honeymoon. Everything was fake. So I don't blame him. When he burnt everything up, I was cheering. Because that's definitely something I would have did. And considering, I mean, he could have really showed his behind on national TV, but he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Southern Belle 4343 says, what are your thoughts regarding Madison criticizing Alan's attire, yet dates David, who wears athletic wear daily? She didn't like Alan because he came across nerdy. So I don't think she has a type. I think she just got used to it, because every time we saw David, he always had on a different color t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So where's his $3,000 worth of clothes? Did he purchase them? Did he buy that jean
Nah,
jacket? Where's
didn't
the
they
jean?
go like Old Navy stuff?
Because
Oh, where they went?
David get women. You ain't gotta do all that when you come in there with your slick hair looking like the Aquaman. It just don't it don't matter.
I
I
don't know if it's
mean
Right.
Aquaman, but
maybe not Aquaman, but close enough. Whoever you want to look like, Prince. I don't know.
I think
Not
he was
Prince. Don't
dressed.
do Prince like that. Don't do Prince like that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My fault.
don't
I
do that.
forgot to lay. I'm sorry, Prince.
Don't do
I
that.
take
He's
that.
But no, I think he dressed like that. Now I'm thinking back. He didn't care what Michelle thought. He dressed like that for Madison. Was Madison probably like the way he dressed with his
You know
arms
what?
out?
To be honest, excuse me, Kayla, I think David dressed like that because remember, David has 2 jobs. I think David's jobs might be like some type of delivery courier service, maybe like an Amazon, they say Flex or DoorDash, Uber Eats, because he dresses way too comfortable
Right.
that I know. You know what
He
I'm saying?
DoorDash in the morning and Uber Eats at night.
Bro, if them
Right,
is
because every
2
time he's like, "Oh,
jobs,
I got to go back
if
to my
them is 2
job," you got to
jobs,
like
I'm
purple
passing
shirt
out.
and
I'm passing out. Them is 2 jobs.
some
Please, David. Please maybe work at the post office. We'll take it.
No, he's not a federal employee.
Uniform on.
Right.
No, not
So
if
I'm
not
telling
if you work at the not if you work at the plant. I got a friend that work at the plant. You can wear what you want.
Well, maybe, but he don't work, you know what I'm saying, somewhere where he greets in customer service, like he's like dropping packages at your door or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that, but no. Pat Holcomb says, it amazes me how quick they consider each other friends in 8 weeks and expect so much loyalty. At the most, they are co-workers.
Yeah,
More
that's
or
what I be
less.
saying. Like y'all be talking about some type of brotherhood. Like,
Right. No,
man,
absolutely
like
not.
y'all not really friends. Like I do get it. It do make the group awkward. I agree with Karla on that because like now we gotta hang out in sections. Because if we can't all hang together because they did what they did. Then if I'm hanging with them, you might feel like I'm playing both sides. Now I'm in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do. But
Right. Well, this cast is awkward for sure. I mean, definitely the girl group is broken up. You know, guys are different. Hello, flowers for me. So here's the thing. So I'm gonna jump into when Madison, like I said, we're still at Madison's apartment, and then when David meets his friend, and then we'll get into the meetups. So also while Madison was looking around, she called her friend. Now, in my notes, I put her friend, the alibi, because she's always talking about, oh, I'm going out with my friend to my friend's house. And I think that was the name. She's like, can you believe he tore up the pictures and broke this and did that? And the friend, and both friends to me gave bad advice. The friend was like, what? He's psycho. I mean, he doesn't want to talk to you. Maybe you're still married. Maybe you can do that. If he doesn't want to talk to you on camera, maybe off camera. I'm like, friend, do you know the real story, or are you going to watch this on the playback? Really happen?
Right.
Okay. Because this friend to me was like, it was like the nerve of the nerve of Allen. And when you know your friend has already been on the creep.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. So then we see David meets with his friend to explain the situation. And he's like, yeah, you know, I'm smitten. And people say that I'm glowing when I talk about Madison. His friend was like, well, yeah, you know, that's good you connected and that's good you did all that. All the while he had his wedding ring on? Good.
I think I'm going to say this. I think guys are different when it comes to that. And I only say that because I know people personally. When one person was cheating on their girlfriend or mate and they told their boy, yeah, man, because this and that, because she don't do this and that, this and that. But so-and-so still want me. Oh, well, you know, you do what you got to do. If she don't want you, it's different with guys. I'm just saying. It's different.
I see that face, that face. I see that face, nephew. I see your face, nephew. What you gonna say? What you gonna say before I have to mute your mic? Wait, hold on, Kayla. What you gonna say, nephew, before I mute your mic? Go ahead.
I'm just saying, Y'all be think we ain't the most logical people, okay?
You're not.
We not. Him downstairs don't care about Allen. Allen
Mute
who?
your mic. You blew it. You blew it. Him downstairs. We're going to move into the Pastor Cal, Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Pia. Now, is it me, or does Dr. Pepper look like she's real? Does she get rest? She look like she is tired and overworked.
Yeah, I thought she was
Like, what is she doing?
She looked like she lost a lot of weight. She lost a lot of weight, and she looks sick. Like her face looked like it's drooping. She looks sick. She don't look healthy.
She does. She does. You can unmute your mic, Devontae. So let's start with Emem and Sketchy. Y'all notice M is always there first, and Ike always comes in with a grand diva entrance. Y'all ever notice that?
He always got to make an entrance with his hat and looking like Cochise, and that's what he do. Like that's real diva-ish.
He had different glasses on this time. I was like, okay,
different
trying to
fit on.
diva-ish.
He got tired of me talking. He said, "I'ma change."
The whole changes, like the whole vibe in the room changes when he shows up. It's oh gosh.
Yeah, it really does. So he gives, the experts a hug and a handshake. And just like the last time, he didn't say a word to M. To me, that just says no manners. If you don't like somebody, what you're here for.
Right,
You can be like,
speak.
hi, whatever. But he gave her this look like, I said, see? And he wonders why she gets set off and triggered, right? He wonders why. Right. Because it's energy, right? So now here's, I'm not even gonna just go into all the specifics, but one thing, and let me say too, M is always dressed down now. She's always dressed down. I get it.
She's looking good.
Look, if I'm making the kind of money she's making, I'll be dressed down too.
Right. But they got into details of why they didn't work, which we heard, excuse me, all season. But when Pastor Cal asked, "Are you sure there's nothing you can do to salvage this marriage?" I said, "Are we in a different universe? We're in a different universe. But are we in a different universe?"
Like, sir, get a new prescription. Because you can't see, Pastor, pray a little harder.
Just a little bit.
Praying to? You can't see. You supposed to be the... Jesus Christ, the man that said everything terrible about this woman. Why do you want them to work it out? What? This is not no real... Look, they ain't got no history. It been 8 weeks. Pastor, let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. Be like Elsa. Please be like Elsa and let it go.
What do you think about that, Kayla, and then Tamika? What y'all think about that, Pastor Cal, and that comment?
I think that, like Romel said, Emem should have went off. After Ike left, she should have had her words with the experts and said, "You know what? I just want to say, I don't understand why y'all were encouraging that man who did nothing but talk down to me and try to make me feel smaller than him, than his height.
Yeah.
Why would y'all try to continually encourage me to be with him?" Because it was obvious the relationship was toxic. He was not interested. He kept on using the same excuse over and over and over again. Oh, well, the way in the beginning, the way that she came on a minute. Stop acting like the woman attacked you. She did not attack you. She did not assault you. You just couldn't get over. Y'all were cool until you saw her place. You were intimidated on her. You couldn't deal with it. And you should have called it a loss, but instead, you want to treat her like the stuff on the bottom of your shoe. And I
Right.
felt that I was so glad that she finally got it off her chest. And then, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to make it seem like, see, that's what I've been dealing with the whole time. Come on, bro. Come on.
Nobody believed that. Nobody believed that. When she said, "My mama wish you peace, but I don't wish you no good," I said, "Oh."
But I say
Which,
she couldn't have been
Listen,
K. She couldn't have been K because K K
listen,
would have
because
never.
ever. Because when you go
it would have been a
low,
whole
She would have
different.
got
I'm
on
going.
Well,
millennial like,
You
why
go
now? Why
low,
you
I'm
go on
going
that line talking
Lucifer.
about wish that man peace? You know that's a lie.
Right.
That ain't
That's
what
what.
I said.
Yeah.
anyway,
Mm-mm.
here's the. I wrote down some of the letter that she said. It's called "Letter to the Departed," and I said that's interesting that she said "departed." So, anyways, even Cal like question that part. She says. It's some of it. She says, "I came into the process and was prepared to see it through. However, you've been unstable the entire marriage, and your perception is your reality, and your reality is not based on fact." I was like, true.
Yeah.
"And I wish nothing but the worst. And as a parting gift," she said, "I'm listing you your mental health therapist in your area." I said, "Oh my gosh, not the mental
In,
health
in
therapist."
in front, and she gave him that in front of the therapist
Yeah,
because
she
they
did.
didn't
Right,
do their job. So let me give you somebody who can do their job.
right. And what she say? "Normally I charge for consultation, but this is on the house." It's like, see, I can't.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
Right.
Yes.
Now, some people said, I saw a comment that say M8 with that. I think she just finally, like you said, Kayla, got to get it off her chest. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
there was more that she could say because she was giving him looks like, you know, like, ugh, like, don't say nothing to me. And, you know, his attitude. Now, if anybody's attitude on the show pushed somebody somewhere, it was his
Yeah.
because his attitude was terrible. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it was worse than Michelle's in the beginning, you know. Put like this, we could look past Michelle's attitude because Ike took the whole cake the entire season. Let me read this comment. Miss Omega said, "Remember Pastor Cal told Michelle that she didn't deserve the type of treatment by David, yet they were encouraging M to try and work it out with Ike." What? Pastor Cal by. Exactly.
Right, because the black
Yeah.
woman can take it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that don't make no sense, Pastor Cal.
And what I
Mm.
didn't like, because I wanted to be like, Dr. Pia, you know what? I don't even like you no more. Because when she was like, oh, that was harsh.
And she
Oh,
should have flipped the letter. And I got something else for
oh,
you, Dr. Pia,
right.
since
And
you say
another
I'm
thing,
so spicy.
okay?
That
Here's
was
So let
some
me
getting it
show
out.
you some
paprika.
spice.
Here's some slap your mama seasoning, some Creole, since you don't know what spicy is, and a banana and a pepper right here, a ghost pepper, because you don't understand what spicy is.
I'm like, why would she
Mm.
say that? And it's like, because you kept encouraging this and you never at one time during this whole process had her back. You
It didn't
never
seem
had
like
her back. Never
Right.
had her back. Never was like, in this situation, how are you feeling? You know, what can I
it.
do to support you? It was always she wanted to coddle him. And, you know, she never had MM's back. Even when MM got up and walked away and she was telling him to go, like, you go, you a whole woman. You know what she going through. You go and see about
Mm.
her. She
Right,
never,
right.
never had her back. She encouraged her to be in that traumatic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She
Once the
And
did.
yeah,
sexual assault, once he was saying sexual assault, oh, no, 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 no. If that was my sister,
she should have cut
oh,
that right
no.
then and there.
Right there.
And if the
Because
roles
he
were reversed, if he was, it was a, if he was, if she would say that about him, they would encourage her to leave. They would, you know what I'm saying? If the roles were reversed, because it's double standard when it comes to stuff like that. Clearly,
because that was
But you want to encourage her to stay in that and encourage her to be, you know, he could have really damaged her reputation and probably did in some sort and really could have, you know, really could have messed her up in what she's doing. But you encouraged her, oh, y'all should live together. Oh, she's
right,
an aggressive asshole. Oh, okay. Okay.
right. Go ahead, Kayla. Go ahead, Kayla. What was you gonna say?
that was really character assassination for what he was doing to her. And for
Mm-hmm.
them just on that fact alone, they should have called him out on it because it was just totally uncalled for. And he went as low as possible. He couldn't figure out nothing else to get her on, but he made it seem like she assaulted him like that. And I just feel when it comes to certain things, accusing a man or a woman of that is the worst thing that you could do to a person if they did not do that.
Especially
Those
in
are charges.
today's time. Especially in today's time. Like the Me Too and
Mhm.
all that can have a whole ripple effect.
Right.
You
Yes.
could have messed up her whole livelihood.
Yep.
Like for real.
Totally
Yep.
destroy a person. Accusing them of something like that and it's all a lie or it's all a fabrication. That was horrible for him to try to do that to her.
And Pastor Cal did a good job of telling him, you know, every time you leave, you only leaving so she can't really call you out. You ain't leaving because you over it. You just don't want to hear. You don't want to hear the truth, so you leave.
Right.
You trying to
Exactly,
escape
Southern Belle.
it.
Those are strong allegations. Exactly. Those will get you some charges too. The regular person would catch some
Yes.
charges behind
Yes.
that. You know, not on a TV show. All right, let's move to David and Madison Meet the Experts. Like I said, it was a dear diary for Madison. She's back on confessional cam, talking about, she hopes the ex give her grace. You can't help how the heart feels. Our favorite line, I'm not a bad person. Right.
I didn't hear her say that. Like, all right.
And she don't feel like she did anything wrong and hope the experts can see things from her and David's perspective. And when she said that, I'm like, why would they see things from your perspective when they didn't match you? But anyways, I digress. So as you know, they meet with the experts and everything. They try to go in, but I don't think they have the same energy like they did with Emem Ikechi that they should have had with David and Madison. I think they should have came with a little bit more oomph with them because of what happened, especially Pastor Cal, because the things he said on the phone to Michelle did not translate face to face.
Not at
I was
all.
waiting for energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the fact that, they saying how, David's like, I'm never on the treadmill. I could spend 45 minutes to 2 hours talking to her on the treadmill. And I'm like, so you only go to the gym when? And what do? You just watch the treadmill. But anyways, so they're trying to prove their case as to how they connected. We had lots of conversations and, she felt my vibe. I felt hers. And then Dr. Pepper says, well, what about the I want to eat you up? I thought that was funny coming from her because he didn't get the same.
But that's not what was said.
And it's just the point of, when they talk about their buddies and they never did anything and they just can't help the connection and they've never been physical. Now Dr. Pierce like, I don't believe this, but it never elaborated. They never elaborate on what. I mean, they didn't have to go into detail, but they just never had them elaborate really the depths of their relationship to me. It was just like surface level. Now, Madison said there's no surprise that there was chemistry with them because they spent so much time together. I'm like, yeah, you were never home. And to me, that's where your comment came in about production.
That was funny. I was like, dang.
He came in at 1:34. She came in at 1:30. He came at 1:30. Then
right,
the big
3 o'clock in the morning, he came in at 3 o'clock.
Right. And so then they also said, then they showed what do you like to do after sex? She's like, I don't know, eat tacos. And then you see David, oh yeah, I hung out with Madison and her friend for the weekend. I'm like, you do a lot of hanging out with Madison. Yeah, we had some tacos. I had a side bed of tacos. I said, oh, okay, code word is tacos. So tacos means y'all had something sexually going on. That's the code word.
I still don't believe that they did. I think that
What do you think? What do you think?
I just don't think that they had any kind of physical type of relationship. I think it was a lot of more emotional. Because one thing that when Madison was saying, hey, when she was giving Michelle some advice, she like, I was genuine in that because I didn't think that was meant for me because she like, we wasn't even at that level. So why would he even send that to me? And it was like, and then Madison twisted it like, I want to eat you. Like, no, he didn't say that. He said, you look so dang fine. I want to eat you up, or I can't wait to eat you up, or something of that nature. But I just
Okay.
don't think that I don't think that they did I don't think they did the Lewinsky or anything. I just think that they had a deep emotional connection. And then that's what, some people fall in love with their mind and not with the body and the physical part.
All right.
Oh no.
I
They
agree.
might have. They might have did so. I mean, you ain't gonna never. I mean, in this position, even if you didn't, it's gonna look like you did,
Right. It's
because
gonna
especially
appear,
with the
but no.
time. So I mean, if I didn't really do it, I'm gonna say no. But even if I did do it, I'm gonna say no too, because I already look bad, and I do feel bad for hurting Allen. Because I mean, let's be real, he the real victim in this, because he was really
True.
head over heels. Even though he should have listened to what Karla said, he was like, "Next time, trust your gut and not romanticize, cause
Mhm.
you was trying to ride off into the sunset, and you didn't realize that the partner you can't ride. You're gonna be riding alone. You just
Right.
in la la land."
Right.
I
I
just
I
think David is, I think David is more of a physical person because he kept on saying, "Well, my needs wasn't being met." When I would have been okay with the emotional part until he said, "Well, my needs wasn't being met." I'm like, "Yo,
But it could have
now
been
you,
his emotional needs.
uh-uh, because
Don't no
David
man, don't no
just
man care about their emotional needs first.
I'm gonna stand on what I said. I don't think they did it.
think they were doing something because I'm gonna ask
right.
you, Vontae, because you the guy in the room.
Uh-huh.
When David was saying, I was just trying to shoot my shot. Would you try to shoot your shot with those words to a female that's your friend and um y'all haven't explored anything physical?
No. Yeah, y'all definitely. You might not be nothing physical, but she definitely at least gave you at least you got some type of inkling that if I shoot this text, she not gonna be like trying to call the police or how could you? It's like I gotta
Correct.
try. I gotta try.
Right.
I mean, I
Exactly.
was like, we've been talking, we've been caking, we probably been texting throughout the week. And, we telling each other how good we look, so I might as well just go, hey, we had a couple drinks,
You
let's shoot
could have
my,
said a
hey.
whole lot of other things. But to
No,
say,
Yeah.
oh, you look good, I want to eat you up, oh,
yeah.
Right.
I can't wait to eat whatever. But he could have said, "Oh, you look so good, girl. I'm just watching you from afar."
He
It's
could
a
have.
whole thing could have been said other than "I can't. I want to eat you."
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
Right.
yeah,
I'm saying?
Flavor
yeah. He was
says,
definitely horny.
right.
He was a
Hold on,
horny.
hold on, hold on. Flavor T says, let's not forget Madison's deleted the text. That's true.
Yeah, she ain't no
In
good
advance
cheater, first of
of
Right. They
all.
could
the
have put in vanish. They could have been in vanish mode.
Yeah, you know you a woman. Now you know women gonna check everything. You was cheating like a man. You can't say I don't talk to David. And Instagram say if you put in search, it usually show who the last person you searched, and it was David. Ah, Madison. Come on
correct.
now. On your Instagram,
Mr.
it ain't gonna be the last person. You look like you be on Instagram all the time. So don't act like you don't be on this app, Madison. Come on now.
Right. Miss Omega says, a man that I haven't been intimate with better not text me that he can't wait to eat me up. You know where it goes when you say eat me up. Right. And then Rain, I believe that's how you say exactly. Madison met his needs. Flavor T says heavy petting at best. Romel
Heavy petting.
says Kayla, David is more physical. Miss Omega said thank you, Flavor T, about the comment. And Flowers for Me says David and Madison were living their best spring break life. Can your man have a deep emotional connection with a woman at 3 a.m. 3 nights of the week? Exactly. They did something. I don't believe, like I said, I don't believe it was actual crossing the line, but they did something considered that people would consider sexual. You can't tell me that they were gone for how many songs? 5 songs, Karla said, looking for her lost phone. How are you gonna look for your lost phone? Where are you gonna look at?
Man, they didn't had a couple make out sessions. I already know.
All right. Yeah.
That's what it is. They done had a couple make out sessions, and it's too late. They probably dip off in the corner, see Karla over there in the clouds, yum 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 yay at the bar, and they was like, "It's our time. Go ahead." She over there, she count her crystals at the bar, Sage in the restaurant, looking crazy. So let's go
Not
ahead.
counting crystals. Right. They did something. Whether it was intimate, whether I touched you, you touched me with your hands, your toes, whatever. Like I said, they may not have crossed the actual boundary, but they did something that's considered.
They probably did a little dirty dancing, definitely at the club. If they was dancing, oh yeah, they probably was real close. Carl was like, "Let's go dancing. Oh, we could get close if we dance. Come on."
David lies with a straight face. He's
just a terrible lie. He's just a terrible lie. I'm like, David, Jesus.
His face, he could lie at the drop of a hat. And so I just look at it like when they were asking him, well, how we know you ain't lying now? Oh, you just got to take my word for it. We heard that one before. So
that's a lie. Right. Now that's a lie. Now here's the thing, then we're going to wrap this up. When Pastor Cal said, well, how do you know that you're not each other's rebound? That seemed like Madison's mind thinking like, I didn't think of that. But then my thoughts changed when I saw what was coming up for next week. So do y'all think they were each other's rebounds, or do you think there was just connection? They connected from the beginning and just couldn't wait the time period to truly separate?
I think let's just put it like this. I saw something on Instagram where David was signing somebody's autograph and Madison was behind.
Yeah, we saw that picture. It was at a hockey game.
Yeah, so I look at it. It may have I think it may have started out as a rebound thing. But I think that, David I think Madison has a lot of maturing to do. And I think David is for real. But Madison kind of made me nervous when David was like, yeah, I can see us together. And then Madison
was already planning their wedding. He was already planning their wedding. He had wedding bells in his mind already.
Madison, well, even after this, I just want to start out slow. I just don't. And I said to myself, yeah, she one of them girls. She one of them. She's transactional, just like Alan said.
Just like Alan said.
But then you gotta know, like when you first, y'all in the honeymoon stage, can't nothing go wrong. We both want 5 kids, even though in real life I only want 2. But I really I agree with you, baby. You want 5, I want 6. Whatever I'm gonna do to get you on. Then longer down the line, I was lying about them 5 kids. I mean, look at me. I told my wife, "Oh yeah, you love to cook. I love to wash dishes." No, I'm lying. Watch this. Who? I lied. My wife to this day be like, "You sure did say you were." Yeah. Ain't no lies here. This is the truth. But yeah. My life is unlike theirs. Mine is real.
All right.
So yeah. So I don't know. I mean, what? And then if you think it rebound, I love basketball. You can get the rebound. You ain't gonna always make the shot. It's what you do after you get the rebound. You can get it all you want to. That don't mean you gonna make a shot. So I mean, it's possible. It's been love that came out of toxic situations. You be like, how in the heck? I can't believe they still together and they were both married and got people. That's the thing. People was married and then they both found love with other married people, and then they divorce each
Mm-hmm.
other, get married. They
I
too
mean,
shiesty
unfortunately,
people.
that's true.
It's too shiesty people.
I
Hey,
mean,
it's somebody
different
for every.
different morals.
You
That's
lose
true.
them. Battle.
Yeah,
Right.
that is
Lose them how
definitely
you got.
true. Yeah.
All right. So next, it's decision day for Karla Juan, Thomas, and Camille. I think Thomas and Camille will say yes. And I do feel that Karla and Juan will say no. What y'all think?
I
I think
agree.
Karla might say yes and Juan might say no. Karla ain't got nowhere to go. She ain't got no house. She homeless.
She could go back home with it. She got a big family. She could go back home. She'll be all right.
Yeah, she homeless.
She'll be all right. And then
Maybe David got room in the basement.
in the same episode, looks like all the now individuals and maybe a couple or maybe two couples are coming to hang out at the bar, and it looks like Madison is jumping back
Madison
with
and
Michelle.
David walked in together.
I said, "Ooh," I
Oh,
said, "Not bad." It's like, "You want to do this, babe?" "Yeah, you sure, babe?" I said, "Oh, is this the time or the place?"
yeah,
But I guess they got some time to think, and now David is her man, so she
right.
feels she can say whatever she feels she can
I could.
say
Mm-hmm.
or do. So, yep, that's next
Yeah,
week. So I'm
it's
looking
gonna be
forward to
interesting next week.
that. Devontae, what do you think? Who's going to say yes and who's going to say no next week before we go?
Do she say no? Nah, she's not gonna say no. I think it's like they edited that. I think she gonna be like, I mean, after you done went through all this, you might as well try. I guess. I mean,
Who, Karla?
hold on,
Who you
huh?
talking about?
Oh, I thought y'all
Yeah,
talking
let
about
me start
Madison.
you back
See, I done
over.
cut out so many
No,
times.
no, no. Let me start you back over. I said, who you think will say yes or no on decision day? Karla and Juan or Camille and Thomas?
Karla Juan, if they say yes, this is a production because this ain't no way. No way, no way. No,
Right.
definitely a no on Karla and Juan. They don't date, they don't date they nationality. They date white people. We already
Okay.
know this to a T.
Camille and
Eh,
Thomas. And like Miss Omega said in the comments, Karla and Juan, no, again, almost 8 weeks, no intimacy. I mean, if they was ever gonna have any Miss Lady in that slip, that tantra, that did it
She
right
had
there.
more intimacy with him than she did.
They was never ever gonna be intimate after that
No,
episode.
no.
Yeah, Camille and Thomas. I feel like they will say yes, but I feel like ultimately she just not gonna like him.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think he really hurt. I just think he nice. And then she keep on killing me with this lingerie. How you gonna have sex and now you wanna wait till the lingerie? What you wait? You done gave me the thing. What you waiting to put on
Right.
lingerie for? I done seen you butterball. You don't make sense. You supposed to wait. Do you know what you doing? You going backwards. You going
He's going
Mm-mm,
backwards.
back.
mm.
How you gonna go back? The lingerie is a surprise. Because I
Right.
don't spice.
Surprise,
I let you do
surprise.
something, but I only spice
Right.
it up if I like you. Like, oh man,
I think
Flowers
he's
for
too
me.
old.
Go ahead, Kayla.
I think he's too old for her. I think
I do
Thomas
too,
is.
actually.
Yeah. I mean, I think Thomas would probably get. I think he needs a woman a little closer in age to him because he's very laid back. He's just chilling. He's in his 40s now, and was
He's,
she
right?
you know
30?
what? They're 10 years apart. I mean, even though, for some people, age is nothing but a number, but in this instance, I
Mm-hmm.
think too laid back, he's too set in his ways, And like you said, he's too chill versus her. She's still in her early 30s. She wants still to do things. She's, excited to do this, that, and then settle down. So by the time she probably really wants to settle down and think about having kids, he's already going to be pushing 50. And she may not want that. And on top of that, I know some people, on other channels, I'm talking about Courtney and Eddie, because we have this conversation offline. I think they're going to be good for now. Long term, I don't see it because I don't think, for me, even though he's a really good guy, I don't think that she's compatible with his energy and personality. I just don't. And I've always said that for me. Even if they were close, their energy don't match to me.
Yeah, it's just giving like she fake everything. She ain't really laughed hard at nothing Thomas said. It ain't giving like she falling for him. It's just like she just like, she giving it. It's like she giving it her best try. That's actually trying, Michelle. That's what you call trying. She tried for sure. She tried because I feel like Camille trying everything. Okay, maybe he not funny. Maybe if I put a little jury on him, all right, maybe the sex will make me go crazy.
Maybe this, maybe that,
yeah. So I feel like she trying everything. It's I don't know. I feel like they gonna say it's 50-50.
Even Karla and Juan, even though they're not, I don't see them staying together, but you can see that they both tried. Because Karla, she's bad. She just whatever. Whichever way the wind blows, she quit her job. She don't have no idea what to do. And so
but she's too old for that though. She too old to be just quitting her job.
And Juan is very structured. And even though he not into them crystals, and he admitted it, I'm not into all that stuff she's into, but he stayed committed to the process. And I feel Michelle and David and Madison, they did not commit to the process. I'm not going to say Madison and Allen, because Allen was committed to the process. Madison was committed, and Michelle nor David were committed to the process.
And what's up with all these ADT ads out of nowhere? Like, oh, we feel so safe that when Allen was going off because ADT.
I feel
like, where is going on this ad?
Yeah, it was too much.
Y'all doing ad like y'all podcasters. Where is this ad coming from?
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, y'all. Well, that's it. Again, just want to remind you, if you have watched Family or Fiance on the OWN channel, they're going on episode 3. I do that live, that video, and I will be doing it live. Give it a shot if you haven't already. And I'll be back next week for Married at First Sight. So I appreciate everybody's time. Thank you so much. And I see your Eagles jersey hoodie on, Kayla. So, all right, everybody.
Go fly.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.